What's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. So welcome to our morning session as well. It's a bit earlier than usual. So good morning to all of you guys. Usually a bit earlier than I normally do, only because I've got to go out in the next 2 hours or so, right? So today what we'll talk about alts, right? So we did touch base on Total 2 itself, but we'll touch base on it a bit more in depth, look at what's going on there and looking for the breakout, targeting plans and whatnot as well. Then we go through a couple of alts there, and if we have any time, I'll get you guys to give me 1 or 2 alts, and then we'll do that. And that will it. And that will be it. That will be it. And then we'll catch up for tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow actually, because I've got to go to a Christmas party tomorrow. At freaking 12 o'clock, bruv. That's fucking early, man. So I've got to go to London for that. So we'll see how it goes. So let's get cracking though. We've got Chukwu in the house. We've got a bunch of others coming in there. Hope to have you guys here for a longer term period of time. So give a smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and let's get cracking. All right. So we talked about this yesterday, right? So I just want to reiterate this one more time in more of a in-depth analysis itself, and then we can start looking at then we can start understanding, are we bullish or bearish, right? Because right now, as we're seeing with crypto, right, with the Total 2, which is the Ethereum and ALTS itself, we're consolidating in this little area here. Are we going to come back down, or are we going to shoot back up? So that's the key idea. So we don't know, but for the time being, at this very moment in time, as I can see, we are we make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then we break market structure, and that's higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So is this the higher low? Possibly. That's very possible, but can we go up higher, or is this going to go deeper down into the deeper down back into support, which is basically coming back into support, holding support, and then looking for longs across the board going into the mid-range? Because I really do believe this is the deviation complete. Because if it wasn't a deviation, right, we should be finding resistance at this level here, or come into here, maybe to take a stop these out and then come back down below. But instead we're making high highs. So I believe that the market is in a very good state. My throat is dry. Let me have some coffee. 1 second there. It's hot. Fucking hell. Morning Musa. I can't even speak today. Sorry about that. So that's my lighter. So yeah, I do think that the alt market will be pretty good. It's a weird question, because you got people asking about well, not asking, but they're saying like targets are 100k, I've seen 150k as well. Who knows how the market goes up to? Let's be honest, right? One thing we do know, right, is the dollar is looking bearish, right? The dollar that we established yesterday is looking around to go to 92. It's at 102 at the moment, so a good drop of 10% over the year going into 2025. We'll see what happens there. And if dollar looks bullish, then obviously BTC looks bearish. We'll start to become bearish. Ethereum become bearish, and also become bearish, and we'll need to start looking at getting at the top, right? Somewhere around the top. You're not gonna mark the top, but we'll work this out level to level. What's going on, Kaiser? How's it going, man? So that's the idea. Are we gonna go up, or are we gonna go down? One thing is, if I focus on the area that we are, right? It's 2 things. Number one, right? There's a range band environment on this, right? If I bring up July's low, which is over here, that was July's low, and that was July's high. Was that July's high? That's July's high over here. That's July's high. And as you can see, this is consolidation. The bigger the consolidation, the greater the expansion is. Okay, as a general rule of thumb, just like when Bitcoin in the beginning of 2023, we were consolidating around the 16k area, very, very tight. And then what happened? We blew up. We're at 43k at the moment. You're nearly 43k, 42.7. The ETH long is going quite well. So if anyone jumped in on that one, congratulations on that. So at least stops the break even at a very minimum. And then if we break out, alts should actually follow through. So so my idea, I'm being bullish because the dollar being bearish. And then I took the Ethereum long. If I'm long on Ethereum, then I'm going to be looking long on alts as well, because alts tend to follow Ethereum. So I've got an idea that I'm bullish, but let's break this down, how we work this out now. So we had a long-term consolidation from July of last year, bro. So we're talking about a good fucking hell. 12 months plus July, August, September, October, November, December. So about 12 plus 5, 17 months. 17 months of consolidation of this area here. Do we come back and revisit these, or maybe a deeper pullback? I don't really know. But one thing I can see is that when I look at liquidity, these highs gets taken out. Oopsie daisy, literally in the color. These highs get taken out. This highs get taken out. They're key liquidity. Key bearish liquidity taken out. market structure shifting. All right, then what's the next one that we're looking for? Well, around these areas here. So these highs have got taken out, or this high over here got taken out. You know, that's capping the market there. It's consolidating in this area there, and that's why that all the blocks. So if I look at it this way, this block here is the key thing. Right, I know I spoke about it yesterday, but I'm just going to touch it for those who are new as well. So this area here is what I call a bearish order block. So any retest into this block itself, as long as we don't take out these highs and smash above and then find a retest and hold above it, and you know, showing bullish price action, is bearish. That's when you will flip the shorts into longs, right? But what you're looking at, right? Any retest into this area, this whole block itself is bearish. Is a stop loss. You can put a stop loss over here and then go for lower prices. And as you can see, right, if I just show this out, we come underneath it, retest this, sell off, retest this, sell off. We then come into the area. Let me get the block, right? So you can, that's the blue, the black box is in blue. We come back again, retest it, sell off. We come try and actually, you know, back here again in April of this year, but we do a deviation of that July's range and then sell off itself. No strength to even come into here. So which means that if we come into here, we're expecting a sell off. But what's happened now, if I fast forward in time, we are consolidating in this area here. Now, I can't stress enough, right? One thing is, right, and this works on the upside and the downside, right? It's the same principle. All you gotta do is flip the bias over, right? I got a quick, guys asking me, when you trade long and set a stop loss at the previous wick, there's some people who says we should put stop loss below wicks, but you put it exactly at the lowest point of the wick. For example, the trade you showed on Ethereum on yesterday's stream. Yeah, so like, okay, so what Kaiser say, I'll get to that in just a moment, guys. Let me just finish this bit off, and then I'll get to the stop loss bit. So when I see consolidation in order block, right, this consolidation here, this tends to be quite bullish. I don't want to see, if we lose this level there, the shorts will be this. If we get underneath it and close underneath and find retest, bearish market structure, I have to flip bias, agree that this is not going to go any higher, and let's go for the shorts then. Absolutely. However, the longer we consolidate here, just like we consolidated for what, 17 months, the bigger the expansion. This is all the expansion over here that's leading to here. We have little consolidation for more expansion up there. Now, the sign that I'm looking at, right, going into lower time frame, let's go to the 4 hours, right, and look at this, right. We got like one of our favorite patterns. It depends on how you want to do it. If you want to actually do something like this, I don't know, something like that, and then something like this, you know, whatever you want to do, I think that's plausible. But to me, I'm not really fussed about the trend line at the bottom. I'm more fussed about the trend line at the top. I'm fussed about that because that high is acting as resistance, resistance, resistance. We come back into resistance. We're holding in the mid-range of this consolidation period, of this order block there. So it's all perfectly fine. So the confirmation is a smash above there. Once we hold above this, get above the blue box, that's your sign for your longs across the board when alts. That's all we're looking at. How many times have I showed you patterns like this and breakouts is happening as well? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. I mean, do we come back for a retest over here? I don't know. Possible. Like I said, I don't want to lose this level here. And it close below it and retest and find resistance. Its ideas the ideas are off. That's as simple as that. Okay, so that's the total two that we're looking at. Consolidation in the order block. The longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. We're just looking for a breakout above 745 billion, and we should be able to go for the next target going into the, well, potentially, if when you look at it this way, we're going to the daily. You know, you got set a target. So like, where's the target's going to be then? So you got breakout over here. You got target 1 at the 25% of the range over here, which is about 834 billion. And then the next target there is going up towards the mid-range, which is about $105 trillion on the total too. So which means alts are going to go fucking manic, right? So it's a range-bound environment. Don't believe me? I'll show you another fucking range, Bitcoin, right? And I'll get to guys' question as well. Look at this. Come down to range low, shoot up to mid-range. Consolidation of the mid-range, reclaim it, hold above it. We're going towards 2022's high. Don't believe me? Let's use fucking Ethereum. Same thing, same range. We come down, that's the 2022's high, 2022's low. This is the mid-range. We come back down with, you know, like ideally if we get a stop run and hold above it, is ideas for longs. But instead we played from the low, we push up there, break market structure, we come into the mid-range consolidation. Just like Bitcoin, once we get above, hold above it, we are going to start shooting for these highs and this high. Now going to Kaiser's question, right? Hopefully that's proof enough that we're going to the mid-range. I mean, I can show you a bunch of fucking, there's a range right here, bro. There's a range right here. This is a quarterly range, if you don't believe me. That's the quarterly high of the second quarter of this year, and that's the quarterly low of the second quarter of this year. This is the range low. Mid-range over here, we do a deviation once we break above these highs. Mid-range, bit of a chop, shoots above it, range highs. Pulls back, yeah, but we're coming back above. Then we take out these highs from here, and it looks quite bullish, but we have resistance at the 2034 level. Okay, now going into Kaiser's question, right? Yeah, people say, yeah, you know, like when it comes to stop loss, you know, I've always put it like a couple of weeks, a couple of pips down, and all that kind of nonsense and that malarkey and stuff like that. I always go for whoopsie daisy. Let me do it. I personally just go for these lows personally as well, because look, with experience, right, there are times where you get a stop run, and if it look, let's say that you took a long from here, right, aiming for this high over here, which is what I did actually, to be honest as well. I did take a long on a break above this high here on this retest with a stop loss over here. I put a stop loss there and I pushed it up to the mid range. Took target 1, right? That was last week's Monday's high. I think it was Monday's last week's Monday's mid range. Hold above it. I was looking for target and then target. That's what I was looking for. But I kept my stop loss from there to here to this wick. And then I'm expecting for these highs, but instead it comes back, and if I didn't move my stop loss, this low here gets taken out. So you know when they say move it a little bit lower, but how low do you want to move it down? A risk is a risk, you know what I'm saying? If you want to move it down to like by what? Like 50 cents, a dollar, whatever. When they want to do a stop run, they're going to hunt people like guys who are saying, oh yeah, put your stop loss here, but a couple of dollars down in it. So if let's say like the low is at 21.38, and you say, yeah, I want to put my stop loss at 21.30, but hang on a second, motherfuckers, you got taken out over here. So do you know what I mean? Like I don't do that malarkey, the couple of pips. I do that only when I'm scalping. I put a couple of like 50 cents or whatever, depending on the price action, like lower than the actual stop loss, just in case, because it's a scalp. Shit happens on the scalp. But when I'm day trading or swing trading or whatever, I don't really take that into consideration. I just once I see the deviation happen, right, I'm like, all right, cool. Then I missed this trade over here to actually go to the mid range, but I caught it right here again. You know, like I was seeing on Twitter people taking longs over here, taking longs over there, and I was like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, why are you fucking taking longs when it's gonna come back to here? You know, look for these lows to be taken out. And I was like, when it came to here, I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm not gonna be able to watch this because I've been fucking watching this for too long. It's fast drop there. I know Titan validations here, and I was quite happy with this. And so far, so good. It's perfectly fine. Stop loss at break even. And I'm going into Ethereum actually, just since I'm already here. The entry was done. The stop loss was there. It was all on Twitter, all live there. I'm not mucking about or whatever. I'm looking for last week's high and potentially higher price itself. I will take profits over here, but I will keep my doors open when it comes to the longs itself. But anyway, all I'm looking for confirmation is reclaiming the mid-range, right? Break above the trend line. Once we could reclaim the mid-range, that will give us bullish market structure. Off we go. Target 1, target 2, and then from there we'll see what happens if we break down or we shoot up and we go for these highs, well, 21.34 and these highs there, because that's resistance. So we have to respect what happens here. If it comes back down and starts stepping down and breaking down, take the fucking shorts, right? That's your stop loss there, just like it was a stop loss over there, okay? And that's all you're doing, right? And for those who are taking shorts, right, again, same thing. If you're taking a short right over here and you're keeping this and you haven't moved your stop loss, what's going on, Steve? How you doing, my brother? If you're keeping your stop loss over here, right, of thinking like a couple of dollars up, right, let's say you keep it up to here, okay, fucking keep it here to 24.22, 24.20, and then the price spikes you up still, and then still breaks down. What are you gonna do? You're supposed to trail your stop loss, and you're supposed to tighten it up as well. Emmanuel, what's going on there? FTM is moving. Boo, spooky swap. What? We'll break out. Boo. I've never heard of boo. What the fuck? What's wrong, Steve? Why you ill, bro? Bro, Steve, man, don't be ill, bro. Come on, man. We're just fucking, the market is just starting now, and now you want to take a day off. Fuck out of here, Steve. Fucking Steve TN. I'm joking, I'm kidding. Fucking taking a day off on crypto. Flew. You fuck out of here, bro. They flew my ass, man. Come on, bro. Like, let's be honest, right? There's no ladies here, right? It's just lads. It's a bunch of bullshit, innit? We make it a bit exaggeration. Like, we do this exaggeration when we're not really fucking ill, man. Trust me. We like to call the day off at work, innit? And probably sit in our boxes and just chill out. I know that's what you're doing, Steve, innit? Watching me in my boxes, in your boxes, sorry. You're fucking chilling out there, sipping a cup of coffee. That's 100% know that's what you're doing right now. So, going back into crypto as well with alts. So we've done total 2. hot and cold sweats and shivers. Oh man, I know that's a really shit feeling, but I hope you get better though. Like for real, legitimately, I hope you do get better. So, going back into crypto itself, you know, like looking at after we look at the total two, we're looking for breakouts there. So let's look at some of these ones. Well, so Inge is one in particular that I bought at 580. I was quite happy to buy into 580, and really, right, I mean, I have to do a proper range. I need to figure this one out. Like, what I mean by a proper range is like, if you guys recall the RNDR range like this, right, I need to do a proper one for Inge. So I will get that done. I've been saying that to you know, the Discord group for a while, or about like a couple of days really, and I haven't done it. So hopefully they're not watching right now, innit? But I have to get that done. Anyway, regards to this, right, there's a quarterly high, quarterly low, mid-range over here. You know, once we've done the deviation, I was quite happy to buy in a 580. I'm like, yep, that's fucking fine. You know, at least a target there. And we're looking at the extensions. 1.5 is $35, and I think 45,732 is very, very fucking possible. Now, would I actually long this now as a leverage trade? No, it's gonna be difficult to do so as well, I'll be honest with you. Even if I drop it like to the hourly, that's fucking volatile as motherfuckers, man. Like, this is look like, you know, that dinosaur with a long ass neck? He's just stretching and stretching and stretch, bro. That's what it looks like, man. Fucking, what's it called? Something Saurus, in it. Musa's in Kira from 500k. Inge, the Inge meme. Wonder what? Yeah, that caught me by surprise. That Inge meme with Ninja caught me by surprise. I never heard it, and all I saw it on Twitter, and it's done like so many X's. I'm like, yo, that's mad. I'm not getting in that now. So, you know, well, it's. I mean, I don't mind throwing in a few dollars in there. It's like Bonk. Who would have thought Bonk would have actually done wild? I got that as an airdrop. And what happened is, like, I didn't sell it and I just left it. So like, with Bonk, when he started ripping the first time, like a couple of weeks ago, I started selling then. So by the time he made these crazy highs, I probably had about 20% of the bag left. So I just sold it. I'm like, fuck it, sell it, done. And then just move that Bronchosaurus. Thank you for that. Steve is a fucking, I bet he's the guy from Jurassic Park. I'll have a look at sand as well. So, I mean, with Inge, I'm not going to chart this. I'm like, this is just up only. Well, not up only forever, but it's just going to go up to 46. And then, like, from there, we'll have to figure it out there. I will actually make a range, a proper range, and then I will actually get back to you guys and post on Twitter, and then we'll talk about that going forward. Solana itself is one of my favorites one as well. As I said was it last week itself? Was it last week or the week before? Whatever. You know, like this. Broke out the trend line, similar to what we're showing in Total 2. Total 2 is all consolidation here. This is all consolidation, but on the higher time frame, how's it looking like? Let's go up higher time frame and just picture what it is. I think Solana makes an all-time high soon enough, right? I'm not saying now or the next few weeks. I'm saying it's gonna make an all-time high. I think it's too fucking mad. But what we got here is a range band environment. Whoopsie daisy. Let me bring this in the middle. What we got is a range band environment. Here we have, whoopsie daisy, again, let me change the color. We got 2022 is high, 2022 is low. I'll buy in at $17, you know, because we got, you know, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and that higher high is like, yo, you gotta buy in. And I bought in at $17. No, I bought in over here, somewhere around there. It came back quite low and whatever. No, it was in March. Yeah, I bought here. And then, like, it's consolidation for such a long time. Gone up 25% of the range. We are working our way to the mid-range. Our first resistance area is going to be this black line here. This is the SR. Support, deviation, smash through. I'm expecting some sort of resistance. If it breaks down, and we can make a plan. But I'm looking for at least a quick leverage play to 93.6081, which is the mid-range. Reclaim this motherfucker. Then, boy, this is game on to $180, right? So that's what Solana looking like as well. Roll it with Total 2, and if Total 2 is looking bullish, you know you got a fucking long there. Jocko's asking, what you think about spot ETF? I think price is in that ETF. What, ETG or ETF? Was approval. If it doesn't matter what they're gonna do with ETF, we're gonna go lower. Yeah, I think, you know what, with ETF, right? With ETF, I reckon that's just more of a buy the rumor, sell the news, in my opinion. Because, you know, when you look at Bitcoin went from 15k to where we are now, like 43k as well. We're not too far. We're like $30 away from 43k as we speak right now. So I reckon when ETF, for me personally, I want them to delay this ETF as long as possible, bro. The longer you delay this, the more we can go up, because we're just rallying as we're going on. So you know, with BTC again, like I did touch base on this yesterday, but I'll go for it for the sake of argument's sake as well. Again with BTC, once we come to the mid-range over here is where we are. Reclaim this level there, and we haven't been approved by ETF, and we're doing something like this. I reckon we go to 62k. I reckon that's what happens. And around 62k, how great would it be when they say, yo, ETF is approved, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry is like, buy crypto, buy this, buy that, and then we start pulling back. You know, we'll pull back to around 48k would be nice, right? And then consolidate here. Then we have the freaking halving, get back above, and then fucking make a new all-time high. That's what I would like to do, honestly. I mean, it's all good to say, yeah, I want to go to 62k, but what if we don't go to 62k? You know, what if we, you know, we get approved sometime next, like, I think it's the 10th of January or some shit like that's going on or whatnot. Something's going on today as well. If they do get approved and we break down, we break down. We'll figure it out from there. But, however, as long as they delay this, it's even better in my opinion as well, okay? So check Sui. I'll check Sui too as well. Okay, quickly have a look at Solana. That's that. The one I want to touch on is RNDR. Right, RNDR is one of my favorite ones as well. I bought into spots around like it's a DCA. You know, the time the DCA is like now kind of thing, right? Like DCAing is not when it comes into 2025 when the retail comes in. Anyone who tells you the DCA, tell them to go suck your mom in it, because the time you weren't speaking about DCA, you ain't talking about diamond hands now. No one's talking shit like that, right? Everyone's talking fucking, you know, like the people are a bit fucking funky now. Like they're like, yeah, it's gonna go up higher, but like it's gonna come back down lower. You know, like we were supposed to be recession, but there's no recession, but the interest rate was high. It's gonna do this. No. Slow it down. You know, slow it down. I think the cycle is right now. We're in a bullish stance as well. I sound like a fucking retard, right? Saying I shouldn't be saying that stuff. I sound like a fucked up guy, like a mad bulltard. That was the word. A bulltard to actually say, you know, like, let's go higher, let's go fucking, you know, let's all-time high, let's go. It's mad. That's not the trade. I'm not like that. You know, I shouldn't be like that as well. I'm a trader. However, I got spots just like you guys. I get excited, I get happy, you know, see my portfolio going up. You know, when it goes to all-time high, happy days, making new all-time highs in the portfolio. Same for you guys as well. So, but we'll see how it is. Like I discussed, how dollar index, we got to keep that in mind in dollar index there. Okay? So render, right? RNDR. Steve is bullish on RNDR. Thank God for that as well, man. So you can have the day off then now that you're ill. And you're a big pro render guy. So render, I mean, it would be great to buy into here. I didn't buy it, right? I bought in. It's like one of those things. Like, people are always going to ask you, like you guys are always going to ask me or ask anyone, you know, for the sake of it. Is it too late to buy? Can I buy now? You know, like, should I buy now? Look, the honest truth is, as long as you buy into before retail comes in, sometime around like 2020, end of 2024, 2025, you're okay. It depends if you're holding this, or just hodl it. Trust me. There's many times I played like Luna, bruv. I won't forget Luna. I got a Luna in 30 cents. 30 fucking cents. And Luna went to $100 in it, right? So 300x there. You would laugh at me if I told you I started selling at $1. By $5, by $10 maximum, I was gone, was finished. So I missed the whole mark. Hold on to it, the hodl game, but I didn't. So render is one that I'm actually hodling, and I've hodled it. I bought some at 153, and I bought the rest of it at about $1 free, right? So my bag on my average is like 125, so I'm not too bad. I'm nearly 4x up, but that's the range high, that's the range low, that's the mid range, right? So if you remember, one of the streams I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was saying to you guys, obviously I got stocked out. So this is the mid range, right? I was saying that's the target, the 461.8. It was all over fucking Twitter and stuff like that. And as you can see, even when we did this, this is a fuckery there. You see how that trend line breaks, right? It breaks up there, takes out these highs, take out these highs. Liquidity is taken, but it pulls back and runs the liquidity at the bottom. Fine, but it still holds this midpoint between these two fucking points. This fucking range is a gangster of a motherfucking range. It is a gangster range. For those who want to copy, I'll teach you how to do it right now as well, just for the sake of it, because I love you guys to bits, and you guys make me who I am today. So, and smash the likes if I'm teaching you some more shit. I'm always teaching you shit every fucking session, bruv. Every session. Who's teaching you this stuff? You know? So all I've done, right? I'll give you the answer. I'll give you the more in-depth analysis on this. On the yearly, right? If you mark out the highs of 2021 and the lows of 2021, do a Fibonacci, and what you got the 1.0. That's the 1.0. That's the 0.5, and that's the naught in it, and that's 0.25, and it's 0.75. And then what I do is I split this into a range. So that becomes the 0.5, that's a 0.75, and that's a 0.25, and I copy and paste this here, 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 and I'm going to do it here and keep going up, and that's going to help me with my barometers to actually look at where I'm going to be taking profits as I go along as well, and indicating it alongside with Bitcoin as well, and dollar index and the stock markets itself. And that's how I'm going to play this, and it gives me an easy trade throughout, where I can play between these levels here, this level here, or I can just say this level here, and vice versa, this level here, this level here, or this whole level here. All right, and then if you break above it, again, it's the same thing. It's just quadrants, and it's level to level. That's the game. That's the aim of the game for me. I see it as level to level game. Shout out to SC as well. SC was the guy who taught me a lot as well, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for the geese as well. So, and you can see on the yearly resistance, coming to the yearly close as well. So looking at RNDR, going to the lower time frame, let's go to the 1 hour. As we've already discussed this, what we're looking at as well, we are floating within this area, okay, this little block over here. How do we play this there? If it's going to be a short, right, it's going to, then what you're looking for, so it's something like this, right? If it's going to be a clear short, right, its confirmation is if we lose this level here, right? So if we lose this level there, that's your confirmation to go down. You're playing within this area here, okay? Taking out liquidity coming back to 353, okay? The breakout play, right, which if I'm long on total 2, right, I'm looking at this as that's the high, that's the deviation, that's resistance, and we're finding this level here as some sort of support. So I want to see what happens if we come back down here into this order block there, find support off the 4.0782 level, hold above this. I'm happy to go for a long with a very tight invalidation with this area here. Personally speaking, if you want to keep it wider, you can keep it there, it's not a problem. Then we can start looking for this area here. Once we break out of this, then you know it's an easy target to go into 461, and that's the level to level play for this area here. Once we break out of this area, then the fucking doors open up for higher prices. How high do we fly? I like that. How high do we fly? How high do we fly? Ding ding. How high do we fly? I'll show you how high we fly. Fucking target 1, break out of this. Once we take out this liquidity here, target 1, 51345, target 2, 56522, target 3, 6198, and target 4, 6875, and that's the 0.75 of the range of 2021. And that's how I would play RNDR. So again, if I were to lose this level here, then I'll be working my way back into this target there. That's the mid-range, right? That's the midpoint between these 2 points over here. So you're going to take profits over here. If we lose this level there, take the shorts, playing it all the way down to 246. If we hold this level there, if we do this and start showing me bullish price action on the lower time frame, take the longs, target 1, target 2, and then look for the breakout on a reclaim of 461 to go up higher prices. And that's as simple as RNDR as I can make it there. Hopefully that helps you guys there, and we'll see what's up. So let's do a couple of some of the requests that we got here. Oh, another one I want to show you as well that I've actually just recently bought. It's called ACE. Not Ace Ventura, ACE USDT. All right, so Fusionist, right? So just to quickly look at it, so yeah, it's just launched. So I granted it's at $293 million, right? It's quite high, but hear me out for a second, right? I think this is a fucking gangster of a coin itself, right? So check it out. Check out the website, right? It's got the mainnet going on, social and game orientated infrastructure layer. You know, you guys can check out this whole thing. I'm not gonna go into the whole fundamentals of it. I'm running out of time there, but anyway. It's a sick one. So you guys know that I'm very bullish on two things. We've got AI and gaming. This is another. It's got to do with the gaming sector, and I'm down for this. Well, I've already bought into it anyway. So it's granted it's at 293 million market cap, and some of you guys are like, dang, you know, why not go for something a bit higher, like lower market cap? Lower market cap has more risk. That's the truth is. As much as I love that, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm in some of these low market cap like Cresso, AIX, PAL. Well, garbage, a bunch of others as well, some meme coins and shit like that. So, like it's all like thingy. It's like they have the most X's you can get out of it, right? But I like putting my money in to projects that are actually generally sick. Like gangster ones as well, like Inspect's another one as well. I think I'll look at Inspect as well in terms of actually what it is. Yeah, not what it is. I won't go to the fundamentals, but in terms of the chart. But I'm down to buy this for a long-term hodl. Now, can this go do a 10x? Possibly. I think it's very, very, very easy to do 10x. 10x of that, you know, like it's well, in terms of market cap as well. If you look at the market cap, yeah, the market cap's at 293. 10x of that, we're looking about 3 billion market cap itself. 100x will then become 30 billion and whatnot, which is kind of crazy. Does it do 100x? I don't know, but I like a good 25 to 50x. Very, very possible. Is it one of those ones I can bank away as well, leave it to the side. It's on these major exchanges like OKX and Binance. I use OKX personally, so I don't really use Binance. But in regards to this, why am I picking this out? We've all seen projects like Solana and Matic, right? So let me just bring up Solana and just go back in time with a few things. Look at the market cap back then, right? So bring it all there. Back in the early days, it was barely nothing, right? Yeah, it's 12, 20, 100, and well, even over here, we got to like freaking 150. Very dead market cap there. No one's giving a shit about Solana. Solana only got interested when SBF started getting, like, start doing that tweet about the, I'll buy all your Solana at $3 or what, some shit like that, right? And obviously, we went from 100 million, right? 100 million market cap, and we start shooting to 10. We go to 20, we go to 50, and as you can see, we went to around 75 billion, but let's call it 70 billion market cap, right? Which is like from, if you bought a 50 million market cap, right? In terms of, I'm just talking about, like, let's say 100 million market cap, 10x of that is 1 billion, 70x of that is it's 700 billion, it's 70 billion, so that's 700x. Obviously, it's not the same when it comes to the price because they've got the unlocks and whatever, but you get the concept behind it. The concept is just holding on to it, because in a bull season, everything runs. Everything runs. You know, you want to grab. For me personally, I want to hold on as much as I can, like within reason. I'm not spreading my bank's fin, but within reason itself. So that's what I'm looking at Ace, and you can look at Matic as well. So Ace is definitely one that I bought into it. So just as a charting perspective, right? What I've got is a range band environment, as you can see. This is the range low. Again, this is not financial advice. You guys, if you want to buy it, you want to buy it. If you don't want to buy it, it's not really my buy. It's not for me. I'm not here to convince anyone or buy it and you know, you'll make bank some money. I'm just gonna share my views itself. But you got deviation over here, support there, support there, support there, support there. This low is very key. We got a trend line going on there. Now, if you don't want to buy into it, you have two options. Number one, breaking market structure. Lower lows, lower highs is, well, I'd say, yeah, it's kind of coming like this, right? In this kind of way, right? But the key thing is, once we break out the trend line, break above this here, then we can start saying for a long, at least to the mid-range, from the mid-range, break above this, at least to range high, and it's just a range band environment. Does it come back down? I don't know. Possibly. Right, that's you can take a long for this area here. That's absolutely fine. The absolute confirmation is a breakout of this level here. Show me bullish price action. Once we get to like $16, $17, we can go a lot more higher. Who knows how fucking high we go up to? Okay, that's Ace. Entirely up to you guys. If we get a deviation, it's a buy for me. It really is a buy. Whatever the deviation, step back in. You know, that's your invalidation here. You're playing it to the mid-range to the range highs. That's all as simple as that. Okay. Let's got a few more. I got Sui. Let me have a look at Sui. I haven't looked at Sui for a long time actually. Sui and Grok. Grok is that meme in it. That what do you call it? I'm not in Grok personally, so but yeah, I'm in Sui. I am holding Sui up there. Let's have a look. I'm just going to do 3 months. Let's have a look what the 3 months is saying. All right. So okay, cool. Let me have a look. What level do I have right over here? Oh, some bullshit level. Fuck them. Let me delete all that. So you can see where I was looking at. So I bought in around like 50 cents. Well, over here, somewhere around there. I bought into 50 cents. Some shit like that on that dip here. That's it, on the August dip. I bought into 50 cents. So I'm holding this up, so it's not up massively, but anyway, regardless of what it is, as a quarterly, let's have a look. Just mark out the quarterly range. We've got this quarterly high and this quarterly low, which is what, 4185. Change that color to green. Quite close to the number there, isn't it? Fucking precision, that is. That's surgical hands. Alright, going to the monthly, how we're looking like. Monthly is looking fucking bullish. Taking that last month's high itself. As long as we hold above last month's high and hold above the 75%, which is the 69 cents, we should be okay. Looking at the weekly, consolidation on the weekly. Okay, what is our fucking problem that we have? We are having this motherfucker is causing us trouble. This one here. So which makes sense. So as soon as we break above it, hold above it, off we go. That's the clear scenario above the 80 cents, above 78.50. I think that's long as itself, but whoopsie daisy. That's our fucking issue that we have. But you can see nice clean consolidation right here, this low and this high. That's where we're stuck at, right? So we're stuck in there, ping pong, ready for total 2. If total 2 breaks up, we should be good to go. Mike says, what's good, man? Don't worry, man. You're never late, brother. You're never late. You think trading in crucial daily level and waiting for divergence is the way to go? It depends. It depends. It depends on how you play. I don't play with divergence, the RSIs. I don't look at that kind of stuff. I like lines and candles. Right, as simple as that. Not cocaine lines, just lines. You know, those lines here. That's what I prefer. So I mean, whatever works for you. To be honest, you have to look at it this way, Jocko. You know, your style may be different to my style, but as long you are actually winning, who gives a flying fuck? You know what I'm saying? We're all in this together. We're all trying to make money. You know, one way or another. Like you just gotta figure out something. I was talking to a young brother. Of mine as well, like it's a young influencer as well, and we were talking about trading last night, and he was asking me, like, you know, he's done ICTs and that, he's done a bunch of things, and he's trying to find his ground, and he was asking me for advice, and the only thing I could say to him, I said, listen, brother, for me to get to where I am today, it took me 6 years. When I was playing in the market in 2021, I thought I was really good, right? I thought I was good, but the trader I am 2023, 2 years later, I'm on a whole different scale. I've improved my game. I've actually grinded into this as well. I've been working a lot more onto it on a daily basis. So, but like, I've been crafting the skills. Like for me, I work on ranges. I love ranges. Some people might not like ranges. Some people might like SR. Some people might like liquidity. Some people might like a bunch of other stuff, right? But like, for me, I get it. But you get the same answer as me. As long as we take the trade, doesn't really matter about the entry. As long as we're in a long or a short together, all good. So when it comes to, like, you know, divergences and stuff like that, I don't have an opinion. I can't really have an opinion. I do apologize for that. However, one thing I will say, if it works for you, carry on. All you need to do is just improve those crafts. Like for me in ranges now, I've improved the craft over the last 2-3 years now to get it a lot more sharper. Hence that Ethereum long was just pinpoint. It was a perfect kiss, and I'm doing all right. You know, like the trade, if you hit target, it's a 5-hour trade. So if you, like, imagine you're risking, I don't know, let's say you're risking $100, right? I'm just throwing a number out there. You're risking $100. That's $500, and I just, you know, like, it's not too bad, and just keep stacking it up and keep growing. That's what it comes down to. So Sui, going back to Sui, right? Let's have a look at one day on the day. Let's go. Yeah, so even on the daily, we're having this problem here. This over here. That's the order block. That's the key area there. So we need to get a clean close on the daily above here, above 80 cents, and then we can start going for higher prices itself. You know, as it is, this is a quarterly high. It's going to be acting as resistance. What I would like to see right now, if I just get a block. Actually, no, I don't need to go a block because I can play in this area here. So if I go to the onto the 1 hour, right, we are finding support off this area here. So let's have a look. Let's bring this up. How do I actually get into confirmation, and how would I play this now? So this high itself was acting as resistance, right? Can you see that? That high was resistance, resistance, deviation, resistance, 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 deviation. Which means the moment you flip that, resistance, right? Flip that. If you get a close above it, get a pullback, maybe a step back one more time, hold above this, show me bullish price action. I can go for a long. Wherever the deviation here is my stop loss there, right? And I can play up to 78. Whatever the high is, 78.50, right? And that'll be a target there. And then we look for the breakout. If it was to be a breakout to the upside that we just said, or is it going to be a breakdown and then we play it back down to the mid range, to 75%, and working our way to mid range itself. And that's a range bound environment, and that's as simple as that, okay? Now, if total 2 is breaking out, like we discussed, and it's going towards the 834 billion, and then 1.05 trillion, I'm long in Sui. Right, I'm long across the board when it comes to Ethereum, Bitcoin, the whole lot. Okay, I'm very bullish on the market there. So hopefully I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. But when I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. I'm joking. Nah, but it's all probability wise as well. Okay, so Grok. Let's quickly go to touch on Grok. This looks fucking shit. This doesn't look good though, in my opinion. I mean, one thing is, right, the one thing is when it comes to the market, right, I'm not saying, look, it looks fucking shit, or I'm not saying sell your bags. One thing I will say to you, right, when it comes to, like, 2 things, really. Number one, when it comes to meme tokens, right, it's all come down to the power of the community, right? It's a very key thing. So as long as the community is quite strong, right, that's you got to work in art there. the second thing is, right, you know, like when it comes to like the market, if the market is moving up, generally everything moves up. So I will reckon Grok will move up too. How high will it go? I don't know. You know, like what's the market? It's like 50 million. That's a dirty ass drop though. If I look at it from a trading perspective, from that high to that low, fucking hell, 80%. I don't see any coins dropping 80% like that. I mean, yeah, there is. I think PAL dropped quite heavily because I'm in PAL as well. I'm still holding that shit. I'm not calling shit, but like I'm still holding it. From the highest, how much did that drop? Did that drop 80% too? Because I know he dropped quite heavy. Well, 44%, 45%, still heavy. 46%, call it 50% if you want, still heavy. But yeah, Grok. Let's go back to Grok. Because there is some areas of support I can see, right? Number one, right? So when I look at the market structure, right, I can see this. The first thing is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. That's the key thing. This is the whole leg up, the whole leg down. Right now, this is my invalidation. Take this, you're okay. You're absolutely okay. I think like as a trading point of view, I think you're perfectly fine, right? So if you want to buy into it, I'm not promoting it. I'm not in it as well myself personally, but if you want to buy into it, you know that if we close below here, this is bad. It's game over. This is like fucking sellers is fucking taking profits, man. You know, like this is just fucking mad. That's a dirty one, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't want it to be a Bob. You know, like if you've seen Bob, I think Grok is like that, the Twitter AI, isn't it? I believe something along the lines of that. So, I mean, Bob went dead at one point. If you bring this up here, Bob went dead at one point, and then it's rise from the fucking ashes as well. So you see how it took out this low over here, and that was a resistance over here. That was a sign to, you know, that's your final exit liquidity dried off. I think all the influencers that was in there would have sold off, and then this is all consolidations. Now it's picked up. There will be influencers holding onto it. I'm a hodler in terms of my the projects. I believe in hodling these. Like when you see Paul went up to 50 cents and he dropped down to like 20 cents, 18 cents and stuff like that. I still held on to it, and now it's going to fucking 13, 26 cents. You know, I'm up. So I'm a hodler itself, but you gotta, again, it's very different. I can't promote to you to hodl. I'm not saying, yeah, you gotta hodl. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just saying to you, that's the style I am, because we're so early in the market, and I believe as long as the project is still building, it's okay, right? It's gonna revive itself and pick up and whatnot, right? So looking at going back to Grok, you see like Bob. I think Bob, where you start getting fucked over is when the Twitter got suspended in it. Now, the fact that Grok has actually dropped down, I'm suspecting, has the Twitter got suspended? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit cautious about that. What's going on over here? Because at one point, I saw Grok all over the freaking Twitter in it, and then it's all dead now. No one's talking about it. So, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I can't give an answer on that. Let me try and bring this up. I don't know why. There we go. Fucking playing around and shit. So going back to this, right? Market structure is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Okay? Ignore this wick. That's anomaly to me. All right? Then it's start to make a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So market structure shifting bearish. If we take out this low, it's game over. Right? Whatever the low was, this doesn't look right. Whatever the, let's say this low here. If we close below this low, it's game over. This is where we're at support right now on Grok. Right here. That's the fuck you. That low here is support right there. So that's a holding support right there. Do we come back down for one more retest and hold above it and play above this highs and get above? Once we take out these highs, the breaking market structure. So you'll be looking for like something like this. The key area will be this high here. That's your confirmation for higher prices. Once it does something like that, breaks above, bullish price action, we should be going up towards these highs and whatnot. And we'll see how the market goes. We're told to as it goes along. And then Emma saying was good on the way down. I'm a bit confused in it. I don't know if that's a freaking sexual joke. My mind, I'm a guy. My mind is telling me that's a bit of a sexual joke in it. I don't know. But maybe like you were being serious about it. Because the winky face fucks it up. If you didn't put a winky face, I wouldn't really like that in it. Do you know what I mean? Is it me or are you guys seeing the same shit? Do you know what I mean? Emma, Steve, help me out. Am I the only one who's actually seen this wrong? Fuck, you know. Hope not. I hope not. Fucking embarrassing, ain't it? But that's what we're looking at, right, in terms of that. Another way I can look at it this way, to add on to more further confluences, I'm looking for an order block. What's the key low there, right? Is this That's the key low. We're in this consolidation period. As long as we don't close below this low, I'm okay. I think it's perfectly fine. A reclaim above that, a retest off this would be perfectly fine. For longs, break above that's your final confirmation for higher prices. Want to add further complements, and fine. Let's just draw a trend line for the sake of argument's sake. So something like that. You know, it looks like, yeah, something like that. Once you break up the trend line, you got the order block, and then you've got the freaking breaking market structure. Everything lines up. Depends on where you want to go. It's all a risk, of course. Everything when it comes to these low caps, there's always a risk. I don't know why it keeps freshing out of that, but you get the point. There's always a risk, so you gotta play it as it is, but do understand. I mean, let me have a look at the Twitter. Did they suspended? Yeah, Can got suspended, unfortunately. You know, I know a lot of you guys might be in it or not. I don't know, but like, yeah, Can got suspended by like Bob, so hence why it's been putting down in my opinion as well. So it's not really good. Let's look at Bob. Have their Twitter got back to normal? Hey, Bob's got their Twitter back. So yeah, you never know. You never know. Grok might get their Twitter back, and then he start rallying quite hard on the upside as well. Okay, so yeah, it was a nice rise down. It was suspended. Anyway, never mind. So that's that. Let me see what time. 16. Let me take one more request, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna have to bounce soon. One more request. Ibrahim is saying his Walaikum Salam, brother, from Australia. I'm really enjoying your live streams. Make sure thank you so much for that, Ibrahim, man. Big love to you, brother. Appreciate that, man. So yeah. Let's see if we've got another one. Sui's. Let me look at Ethereum quickly while you guys actually just pulling back. Okay, that's fine. I don't really fucking mind that too much as well. It's all perfectly fine. But yeah, I reckon we still go up. Bitcoin, let's have a look at Bitcoin 42.8. We are finding resistance at 75% range. All we need to do is just reclaim this bastard over here. Bullish price action, take out these double tops over here, and then come up for last week's high. And then we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get a breakout, which will be ideal. If not, we can start fucking go back down, right? Emma shorted. That's why you're saying your freaking's a nice ride down. Now I get it. Now I fucking get it. It's the winky face that put me off, man. Don't do that again. Because I'm going to think something completely wrong. And I don't want to do that. It's disrespectful. And I don't want to be rude to anybody as well or hurt anyone's feeling. So FTM. All right, let's do FTM. That coffee's gotten cold, fam. All right, FTM. Where the fuck are you? Are you guys enjoying this whole bullshit? Like when I actually jump on and talk a lot of nonsense? Because I do talk a lot of nonsense though, I ain't gonna lie to you. Maksud, you're welcome, brother. There'll be plenty more, man. Bro, like, listen, when it comes to trading, right, I'm gonna be very frank and honest with you guys. It's not difficult. You know, you be focused, you gotta be on the go, you gotta keep learning, you know, you gotta accept when you're wrong and figure out why you're wrong, and you gotta understand what can you do to improve yourself. It's never ever gonna stop. I remember there was a stream with trader NJ actually, with SE was on there. It was one with SE and XO, and I remember that watching this as well. And one of the questions that trader NJ asked was like, he asked SE, when did the penny drop? You know, like when did you figure out? In a way, what he's trying to say is like, when did you figure out the market, right? How did you understand and you know that you're on the right track and you can keep making money? And SC's response, I think, is the most alpha fucking response I've ever heard as well. He goes, "The penny never drops. You know, I'm always learning. You know, like if you think that the penny drops, if you think along the lines, I'm not quoting him word for word as well, but it was along the lines that if you think the penny drops, you start becoming a bit egotistical. You think that you're better than the market, and the market has a way of humbling you as well. And it's absolutely true. And that was a very, very good. It's a good question from NJ as well, and it's a very fucking solid answer from SC. I don't know if he had a PR there, yeah, PR there, but fuck, you know, that was a sick one. I'm like, yo, this guy's smart, man. Even his response is it's very eloquent as well. So fair play to him as well. Can you take some time to talk on psychology and risk management? Okay, let me quickly look at Phantom and then psychology and risk management, and then we call it a day. Okay, thank you, Steve. Appreciate that, man. Got a short from the top all the way down. Fucking out. Oh yeah, I already had said that. Never mind. FTM, right? FTM is in a range band environment, okay? This is the quarterly high, quarterly low, capping the market there. Deviation, deviation, deviation. We are stuck within this area here. We haven't got a breakout. If we get a breakout, then yeah, fine, we can go for higher prices. How high? Well, then the fucking doors open up quite well. The longer, like we said in the beginning of this of the stream, the longer the consolidation, the greater the expansion. So this has been consolidating for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 months. 18 months worth of consolidation. Once we break out of this bullish price action, then I reckon we rally into this area here, which is about $1.15-ish, right? At least as a target for a leverage play. If I'm gonna swing this fucking trade off, that'll be a fucking ideal player to be honest. I reckon that works out. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So if that's the bullish play, and remember, total 2 will have to give us the sign. Let's drop it down to the monthly. Let's have a look at what's going on. Monthly is looking quite pretty strong, right? Bless. Going to the weekly. Weekly is consolidation at the range highs itself. What are we getting? Well, you know what, we're getting fucked at. We're getting fucked over by one candle in it. This one weekly candle is screwing us up here, right there. As you can see, that's the bearish order block. Retest, no, sell off, retest, sell off. Come back into it, sell off there. So if we step back into it, right, that's a range band environment. You can play to the mid-range to the range high as a target, and whatever the deviation is your stop loss, and that'd be target 1, target 2, and this would be your confirmation itself. And then once we break out of this, then we go up to 115. We take out these highs there and go towards 115, which is what, from here to 115 is what? It's about nearly a 4x. It's nearly a 4x up, so that's a mad move there to play as well. So that's not too fucking bad. We'll see how it goes, but drop it onto the daily, see what happens. We are finding, so let me just get a clean, okay, I got you. So this is the SR right here, right? So if I want to use an SR, this is the SR that I need to actually get above. So we are doing, is this a deviation? Is this going to close resistance? I don't know, but what I want to see is a close above it, take above these highs, and then I can start running into this area has a target, which is about, let me have a look. Let me just remove this. Yeah, the target will be what, 50, yeah, 56.6. That's the target there, and then looking for these highs there, and that will be the ideal long for FTM. Mark that with total 2, and hopefully we can see some movements going on there. Now, what if I'm wrong? It's possible that I'm wrong. I can't short the market though, because if I draw trend lines, as long as trend lines are holding, I mean the clear thing is losing this level there, and then I can start looking for shorts. Right, and until then I can't really short anything, because the market is finding support off this. You see that? This area here was a bearish order block there. Resistance over here, resistance over here. We got sell off there, sell off here. We get up, we hold above it, we do a deviation, but we pop up and we hold support there. So for me right now, the longs invalidation will be here. Invalidation's here. So it all comes. I can't short. I won't be looking at shorts until total 2 give me that sign to short. To be honest as well, I'm rather looking for longs. I used to do what I used to do in 2020 in November, December. I was shorting fucking LTC on pullbacks, and I was hitting them scalps, banging out one after another per day. I was working full time, and I was banging out scalps in it, and I missed the idea that this was the pullback, you know. But now it's a different thing, and now I've learned my mistake. Don't fucking short pullbacks. Fucking look for the dips, take the longs, buy into spots, and go for it. So hopefully that helps out there. Okay. Now for Chukwu quickly, I have a few minutes to actually run this down there. Okay. Let me talk about market psychology and happening. Sorry about that. Psychology and risk management. Now, so 1 second, let me just open the window, because I think the small window's open. Let me open the big one. Alright, cool. So, when it comes to market psychology, the game is, or it's hard to teach you guys like how to actually get better in terms of psychology. Okay, so a lot of you guys excuse me one second. So a lot of you guys would have been in the market, probably this is your first time in a bull market, could be your second time, you know, like depending on where you entered. Did you entered in 2021, 2022, 2020? It's one of those things, like it's different to everybody else. And everyone learns the market in a different pace. So, you know, you've got to understand that you're not here to beat the market. You will never beat the market. The market will always beat everybody else. You know, your idea is, the way I see it, is that I'm just an algae in this fucking ocean, right? Do you know how small an algae is? It's a little piece of green little thing in it, like a leaf. I'm an algae in this ocean. In the ocean, there's everything there. There's piranhas, there's tunas, there's fucking sharks, there's whales, there's everything as well. Okay? I don't care how much money I have. If I have a couple of million, I'm still going to look at myself as an algae. You got to humble yourself, number one. I think that's the first thing. Your character as a whole, as you approach the market, is really important. You know, if you got... I used to have a very angry characteristic, you know, very, very, you know, hard-headed kind of type of guy. And I think it's just to come with age and experience, where you just realize that, you know, you just get on with it. Shit happens, whatever. You know, just move on. There's always whatever problem. You're always gonna find problems. You're always gonna have stress at home. You're always gonna have shit going on, like at work, with your family, be like anything, or with, like the dog's taking a shit on your fucking sofa in it. For example, right? That's a fucking headache as well to deal with, innit? So you gotta remember, it's like when you approach work. When you go to work, you don't bring your bullshit into work, innit? Wherever your bullshit is, right? You keep it at home, and then when you go home, you go to your bullshit. It's the same thing with the market. Don't approach the market with your bullshit. If you're angry, you don't approach the market. If you take the day off, kind of thing as well. You've got to be calm and very collected as well. Have your plans. Get better at what you do. You need to always understand that you're not here like to push the market yourself. We don't have the power to push the market. We're here to ride the market. That's all it is. Market structure is a key thing. If you can understand that, and then that will help you out. Characteristic wise as well, like in terms of like the psychology, you need to get smarter and sharp in your own head. You know, eating the right food also makes a big difference as well. Having your vitamins, going for walks, stuff like that, being healthy. If you can keep your body physically well, your mental game is a lot more stronger. All right, so like for example, like I go gym like every day, 7 days a week. I don't miss a day. Christmas days, actually, to be honest, yeah, Christmas day is going to be closed, but I've already said, like, I'm going to go for a run, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to stick to it, because that's my routine. And all the successful people has a crazy routine. Everyone does. Look at Kobe Bryant, man. He will train like 4 or 5 times a day, right? Where most basketball players were training twice a day. So he was already double the amount of double ahead of the game itself, you know. You got someone like Cristiano Ronaldo that a lot of people look up to. You know, Cristiano, he's still working. He doesn't even drink Coke. You know, have you not seen the video when like he's actually freaking he's on the World Cup stage, right? Like at the conference, and there's a Coca-Cola bottle right there, and he just grabs the bottle, moves it, grabs the water, and just shows it, like, drink water, right? That's the mentality. That's the mentality you need. You need to be. If your mind is healthy and your body is healthy, then nothing's gonna hurt you, right? Because you will always have the idea that you're gonna do right, you know, be good to one another. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a good person. I don't think I am a good person. I'm trying to be a good person, but you know, you strive to be better at each step of the way. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Giving charity is a good thing. That keeps you like very, very grounded as well, grounded itself. You know, helping another person, spending time to, you know, for example, with you guys, I don't have to actually be on YouTube as well and spend like an hour with you guys and talk to you about experiences and the charts stuff. I could just do it myself and make my own money, kind of thing. But I do it because, like, and I'm sure that a lot of people would do the same thing as well, like different agendas, but I do it because I want you guys to actually make the most out of it. I get it. I was just like you. Had nothing going on. It's fucking life is shit. It's always hard. You're struggling. You want to have those big dreams. You want to have those big cars and Aston Martin, all that kind of stuff. The crazy lifestyle. You want that. But I tell you something. When you make money, right, it's like, it's great to do it, but you still, like, the test doesn't come when you have money. The test is when you have the money, what do you do with it? Because you got to have a plan. And I've said this to the Discord group, and I share this with you guys right now. We're going into 2024. The halving is coming in a few months, man. 4 months. So, I just see Steve's point, smoking weed. Yeah, it throws a lot of time. I've cut all that kind of stuff off as well. I'm very, very clean. I'm very, very grounded in my game as well. So when I look at, like, so what I was saying, yeah. So I do this stuff for you guys to actually, you know, help you guys, because I know how it is. We all want those crazy lifestyle, but when you have the money, it's a test. It becomes a test on you and what you do. I've said this to the Discord group, and I'm going to say it to you guys as well. We're going into 2024 now. All right. New Year's is literally what, freaking 2 weeks time. So, look at your account right now. Have a look. You should know your account size right now, whether it's 4 grand, 5 grand, 10, maybe 6 figures, whatever it is. Have a realistic goal. If you got like 1 grand in your account, right? Or let's say you got like $500 in your account. Don't come around and say, I want to make fucking $1 million. It could happen. I'm not saying you can't, but this is a psychology game. It can happen, but you've just got to be grounded on the idea of taking the right amount, like, making the right money. Like if let's say, like, if I have an account of $500, right? If I made, I don't know, 50K, right? What, 50K is like what, 100x? Yeah, because 10x is 5K, right? And then 100x is 50K. If I made 50K, I'm gonna make a plan with that 50K. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take that 50K, I'm gonna blow 40K on a car, and then 10K just go on trading. I don't think that's a really reasonable thing, because crypto is not a game where you can become a millionaire forever. Crypto is a game for you to actually make the money to do something else with it, so you can expand that and make that flourish. That's all it is. That's all I see. I don't give two shits about like how much money I come out at the end. I know how much I want to make, at least, at the very minimum, right? At the very least. Once I hit that target, I'm cashing out. I'm gonna hit my targets. I want to make my dreams come true. Like, one of the things I want to do, I want to open a restaurant. I want to open a mad restaurant. Like, it's mad. I'm a pharmacist, bruv, and I'm talking about restaurants in it. I want to do it in honor of my father. And another thing is I want to go back to Africa, go back to the roots and stuff like that. Like, I'm from Mauritius, in it, so we're from African descent. So like, I want to go back to Africa and help out. Spend some time in South America, spend some time in Asia, those poor countries, and rebuild. Give people an opportunity, because there are young kids out there who are fucking smart. It's like boxers as well. You see all the great boxers like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, those kind of names, but they're from the UK and the US. They're from like the European countries, these big names of countries as well. But however, a man called Francis, Mr. Ngannou, came out of nowhere in a country from Cameroon. His story is kind of mad, and he got to France, right? Like, and it took a long time, over a year, for him to get to France. He got to France, wanted to be a boxer, did MMA, and became the UFC champion. Ended up boxing fucking Tyson Fury, and I thought he fucking won. So when you look at these guys, right, there are some special, talented motherfuckers out there who's never been given an opportunity. So like, I see my purpose in life is like, if I can help others and give an opportunity to other people, then hands down, I fucking will do it as well. I don't want anything in return. I don't want money. I don't want gratitude or whatever. Just make dua, like pray for my family. That's what it is. And risk management as well. I'm gonna have to bounce. I'll leave that on for another one, because the psychology took a little while there. I do apologize for that. The risk management, Chukwu, I'll get back to on tomorrow's session. Well, hopefully do it tomorrow. I'm gonna have to make a move as well, for real though, because I'm heading down to London. It's already 12:30, and I'll catch you guys really soon. Appreciate you guys there. And yeah, man, Nigeria, I'm down to come to Nigeria, bro. Like, fucking Israel Adesanya's from there. How can I not fucking go to Nigeria, man? Come on, bro. So yeah, I'm always down to actually visit other places and have different cultures, and that's how we make we can actually have that unity in life. It's one way or another. So but yeah, hopefully that helps, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, fingers crossed tomorrow. I can't promise you tomorrow. It might have to be Friday, because if I'm leaving at 10 o'clock, yeah, I'm not gonna freaking be up for like 7 and do a stream at well, I'm gonna be up anyway. I'm gonna go gym, but I'm not gonna have time to actually do the stream in the morning. So I'll have to do it on Friday. It'll be rescheduled Friday. We'll do another alt session where we focus on just alts a bit more, and I'll cover the risk management bit as well there. Okay, so that's it for me, guys. Have a great freaking day. Enjoy your fucking, what day is it? Wednesday. Enjoy your Wednesdays, and I'll see you there. Take care.